Hi, Julie here. Today I'm going to show you where I work. This is my office, and this is actually going to be a before video because I'm going to be making some changes with the way it's laid out. But for now, what you see, this is my desk area. That's where I do most of my work on my computer with my Hewlett-Packard printer. And I'm going to pan over this way a little bit to the right. And this little thing here is called a Best Light Studio. And basically what I use that for is to take pictures of the crochet patterns and the beads that I make to sell. And right over here is my little pencil sharpener. It's one of those ones that you can change the size on. And so I'm going to pan around. And what's actually going to happen is the desk is going to be pushed against that wall over there where those bookcases are. And those white shelves there were 4 of them, 4 sections, but now there's going to be 2 when it's done, and they're going to be pushed up against the side of my desk over there where that back of that chair is sitting. That's where the end of the desk is. Those 2 of them will be standing up at the end. And I pan over a little bit more. And this desk over here is where I do most of my how-to videos. I've got 2 fancy photographic lights here, and I put plastic bags on them to soften the look. Seems to work. And then I pan over here a little bit more, and of course you've seen this rack before if you've seen my videos. It's where I keep all of my beads. It goes pretty high. It's more than 6 feet tall. And I can't remember exactly how many bins of beads I have in there. I think there's like 34 or something like that. And then over here is a closet door that goes to my under stair closet. There's a set of stairs on the other side of that wall. And that is where I hang my over-the-door ironing board for doing the crafts that require ironing. And sometimes when I crochet, it requires a little bit of ironing, like the linings and stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to show you my quick video of my office the way it looks now, because very soon, I'm hoping within the next week or so, the desk is going to be pushed back into that corner over there. And this little desk here, this is where I do my jewelry. I'll do close-ups when the move is done. But back there's a space between the desk and the bookcases that's about 2.5 to 3 feet. Just not enough room for me to get in there. That tall brown bookcase is actually going to be put between this black file cabinet and the desk. The file cabinet's going to stay put, and the desk is just going to be pushed over to the corner. And that's basically it for now. Thank you for watching, and watch for my next video, which is going to be actually right after this one on the after video. Thank you. See you later. Hi, Julie here, and today I am going to show you the final result of my office transformation. I actually did get my desk moved, and I'm going to start over here in this corner to explain to you my office, because I did promise that I'd show you in detail what my office has. So this corner here, this is my fold-out ironing board. I'm not going to bother showing you how it works, but that's basically it. And behind that door is my understair closet, and which my husband actually put some shelves in it. And let's see if we can see this without turning on the light. Well, this is going to be really quick here. This is basically where I keep stuff that I need to keep on hand, but I don't need to keep, you know, super handy. There's my iron for my ironing board, and I got some magazines and bills and my laptop computer and a few other things. That's basically it. He put the shelves in to what I needed, and that works out really, really well. So I'm back out of there. Okay, and you've seen my bead case, my bead rack, and I'm actually doing a new way of organizing them. I'm still using the little tiny boxes inside of it, but I'm also using plastic baggies, and I'm actually cataloging them on the computer. See, the first box up there has BR01. That means bead rack first box. So basically I take pictures of all the beads and let the computer catalog them on their images, and I view the large, you know, you can actually go in and edit the information on the in the directory itself. Okay, this desk here is where I do my how-to videos, and I have some storage underneath it for my video and photography supplies and electronics, label maker, that sort of thing. My desk has miscellaneous stuff. I'm not going to bother, you know, going into detail what's in there. That's the door that goes to my upstairs, because this is the basement. And then these two shelves here, I actually really did start off with 4. And when I took the before video, one of them had been removed already. And now I have 2 left. And I was going to butt them up differently on the side of the desk over here, but I decided just to keep them flat up against the wall, still next to my desk. Okay, so over here is where I have my Best Light Studio. That's what I use to take pictures with the white background. I have a black file cabinet underneath where I keep all my old file taxes and photography stuff and stuff that I hardly ever need to get access to. This little thingy down here is a heater. It's a NV heat. I think if you go to, well, I'll have to put the link below in the comments. And basically it's thermostatically controlled. You control the heat with this little knob here. And right now it's unplugged and it's still about 70 degrees in here, even though it's the basement. In the winter, when it gets to be below 0, like 30 below sometimes, I actually have to have that almost turned all the way up to keep it at about 70 degrees. And so, okay, I moved the bookcase. This bookcase here was over there in that corner, and it's been moved to this side of the desk. And the bottom is, I have binders, then miscellaneous books. This side has findings, beads and punches and that sort of stuff. This side has just odds and ends of papers. And in the middle, I have my composition books where I put in my crochet patterns before I put them on the computer. And up here are all my computer books that I actually do use when I'm working on programs. And up there is cats in an Easter basket and the sign that I got from a friend for Christmas one year while I was working at Sugarloaf ski resort. And then on the top, it's just a couple, 3 kitties. Okay, and then this is my Hewlett-Packard printer, which has been the least expensive printer that I've been able to find to use. Got it at Staples, and it's expandable. You can get another tray to fit underneath the computer, under the printer, but I didn't bother with that. And that's what I use to print my bead sheets. The marking tools that I use for my paper bead, sales for the marking tool. Okay. And then up here, I've got this rack of empty CDs. I don't know what to do with the empty CD cases, but they were my daughter's, so I have them. Okay, the 2 printers next to it. One is for mailing labels for boxes and packages that I send out, and that one is for small address labels. And this is where I keep my old little camera and a few other things, and my extra ink from my Hewlett-Packard. I have a stamp printer right there for postage stamps, because I use with stamps.com. Then there's my computer, Dell Inspiration. I can't remember the exact model, but it's a 23-inch all-in-one. Love the computer. It's the best computer I've ever had. And slide out tray keyboard, of course. There's my Pazzles in the corner, and which I love. I've had it about a month, and I use it to make my paper beads and to cut my bead sheets. And this shelf here, there's a story behind it. My husband was able to get it from a trash heap. There was a family cleaning out a house, and this was on the trash heap, and he asked him if he could have it, and he took it. He was allowed to. He had to sand it a little bit and clean it up, and we hung it there. And it was an open space that I was going to put 2 shelves in that were white with brackets, but he found this instead. Much better. And I got my little books that I use a lot, and then it's pretty much decoration. And my calendar and my bulletin board, my to-do list. And that painting is from my friends at Sugarloaf for when I left Sugarloaf from the last time, because I'd been there almost 10 years. And they all put a note on there, like you do in yearbooks. It's just really, really nice of them to give that to me, because it was the last one available. Okay, so my desk here, you might recognize that. I have a video on how those are made. And then I have my little Lazy Susan right here, where I keep my pens, pencils, paper bead rollers, and the little binder clips, the small ones and big ones, and the stapler. And then there's something special about this desk. It used to be a student desk, and it had a riser above it where you'd put your computer monitor. Well, we took that all apart and made the keyboard tray into a drawer. So I keep my jewelry making tools and other stuff in here. And these pieces here on the side and on the back were part of that riser where the monitor sat. And we just turned it into a drawer. That was the actual keyboard tray. And then above it, we just put in we used more of those pieces and made a riser so that I could fit my jewelry making boards on here. And this is where I keep also my Pazzles cutting mats. So that worked out perfectly for that. Alright, so, and then of course these are the white shelves. When I bought these, they were like $12 a piece. There's 4 of them there, 2 of them stacked side by side, and now they're like $28 each. So I won't be buying those anymore. And then these here are actually meant for paper. And as you see, I've got paper in here, but on this side I have jewelry making stuff, beads and findings, memory wire, that sort of stuff. And also I am currently making cutting files, and these are the beads that I make from an actual sheet that I cut with the Pazzles, and then I take a picture of it and go from there. So that's my office, and I hope you like what you see. And later on, after I get my craft room cleaned up and reorganized, I'll do a tour of that. But anyway, that's it, and I wanted to thank you for watching, and if you like what you see, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.